podcast where we take a deep dive into all things ammunition. I'm your host, Audrey Mays, and today we are live at the Grand American with Team Remington shooter, Sandra Jo Jack.
Hi.
And product line manager, Shot Shell, Ronnie Evans.
Howdy.
We're here to dive into Miss Sandra Jo's background in trap shooting and talk a little bit about ammunition. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good.
So, Sandra Jo, how did you get into trap shooting? Where did that come from for you?
From my dad.
Okay.
I had a sister and then my dad, and then me, and my dad wanted a boy. Mm-hmm. Well, that's where the Joe comes from.
Okay, gotcha.
So,
I got you.
Yeah. But I played the boy role pretty good. And I think I was like 18. We started shooting because I grew up in Germany, in the United States. In the United States, my dad was in the Army, so we went back and forth a lot. So when I was about 18, we went out to a range in Kalispell, Montana, because that's where he retired.
Okay.
And I shot a Super X1 and loved it, and just started that journey shooting with him. And I just wanted to do everything for him, my dad.
I love that.
Because I was the boy. You know, it's like if he wanted to go hunting, I was the dog, because he'd leave the dog home so that I could learn to retrieve the ducks. And, yeah, so it was my dad.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that. We have a similar background to you in that, so I think that's lovely.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about your journey with Remington. How'd you come to shoot for Remington, and how's your experience been since?
Well, it's been great. It's so cool to come into the building, you know, and then you're greeted by the staff and everything with a very welcoming manner, and you're treated very well. Mike Hampton called me a few years ago and wanted me to be on the team, but I was on another team, and I didn't believe on breaking away from one team to get on another team when my contract was still on.
Absolutely, yeah.
So I told Mike, I said, I'm going to wait till that's done. And then I went back and asked Mike, and he said, are you sure you want this? And I said, yes, I do want this. So then I got a email from him, and he said, how about, would you like to be on Team Remington? And I said, well, of course, yes.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you shoot Remington shells, obviously.
Yes, the STS.
The STS, and what load do you usually use?
I shoot the STS 1200s for handicap 7.5s. And the 3 dram, and then I shoot the 8s 1145s STSs for singles and doubles. I shoot 1 ounce 8s and 7.5s 1200s for the second shot.
So you stack your doubles?
Yes,
Okay.
1 ounce on the first shot.
Very cool. I've seen people do that, Ronnie, and I would get confused and mess it up. How do you feel about that?
No, I understand why she does it, right? You know, that first shot, there's a couple of things that it's softer, number one. And so because there's less recoil felt, she can, to get to the second target, there's less movement, right? There's no feedback from the gun, which makes her move a lot easier to get to the second target. And I get that. Makes sense. But yes, I don't know if I have the motor skills to do that.
I do not. I would, fumble, and then I'd end up putting two of the same, you know?
If I'd have shot as much as she had, I could probably keep up with it.
Well, I do it all from, I don't even look. I never look down. Even on singles and handicap, I'm constantly, 100% of my focus is out there on the targets. So I know where things are. So I make sure I put the 1 ounce in front, and then the heavier load in the back. My second shot goes to the back. So then I just pick, but I'm always staring out there.
So it's just muscle memory.
It's all muscle memory.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
Yeah.
I see that.
So how do you change, it's all muscle memory, right? So how do you change mindset from one discipline of trap to the other? How do you get into that?
I don't know that I really have a mindset on that, but my friends always say, Sandy, you're always talking all the time, you know, everybody comes by, because I'll talk up until I go out to the line. Once I start to walk out there and I'm on the line, it's like business. It's total business.
Oh, yeah.
But as soon as I'm walking off, you know, so it's like, they all know me.
Yeah.
It's like, don't bother her when she's going out, but you can talk to her. I don't mind if people talk to me in between 25s even, because that's me.
Right.
Because I had a guy tell me one time, he said, you would shoot better if you wouldn't talk so much. I'm going, really?
That's my personality.
It's
It's
my
not your
personality.
attacking.
Yeah. So I'm just me, and I just get into that. Okay, I got a job to do, and I'm gonna fill that job.
Sure.
Yeah. I remember that's how I met you last year, actually. You were coming off your fourth set of 25 on singles, and I was like, Sandra Jo! And I was like, I don't want to bother you. You're like, you're not! So, yeah. Last year was my first Grand American. This is my second. So,
nice.
yeah. But Ronnie, I did want to ask you, why are STSs the perfect trap shell?
Oh, well, I mean, when it comes to target loads, you're getting the best of everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting the best 6% antimony shot.
Hold on, Ronnie. Can you pause for a second?
Yeah.
You're fine.
I'm
Dang
sorry.
it, we missed it.
Was that get rid of your doubles? No.
No, it shouldn't be.
I was first flight out. It can't be.
It
No,
shouldn't
because
be.
we was like on 200 or so, and there's like 300 squads
I'm
for the morning.
sorry. I was
That's
just
fine.
panicking.
No,
it's like, I gotta go.
This is real and live.
Yeah.
This is how the Grand American works. This is real stuff. No, I get it completely.
They announced you're going to
Sorry
shoot
about
doubles.
that.
You
No,
like, be on the
I
side.
get it.
Okay, you asked me about my zone. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the
She
cue.
said-
I'm going in my zone.
She flipped the
said, "Hold
switch
on."
just like that, didn't you?
That quick.
That's awesome.
When Moody comes on, we're going to be gone.
That's it. But no, you talked about that. You're getting the best, hardest, most perfectly round shot that's manufactured. We still drop it out of a shot tower. We still run it across 3 or 4 tables to make sure the shot size is consistent and round. So that really puts out for a really dense, uniform pattern that she knows and can expect every time she pulls a trigger. You're getting the best of wads. You're getting the figure 8 wad. When you, in your 1 ounce, you're getting a TGT wad, which is just a figure 8 light.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's made for the 1 ounce, but it's similar cushion section, everything that you're used to shooting with a figure 8. You're getting a brass cap that's going to extract every time. You're getting the world famous STS body that people like to reload, and it's an excellent body that can be folded multiple times and reloaded multiple times without any trouble. And then you're getting the Remington target primer. That's the best primer we manufacture for shot shell. So it's the best of everything we do, which makes a really good load for these professional shooters like her and anybody, right? So it's the best of the best.
Yeah, and there's STS pride out here. We're actually standing
Yes.
right in front of a giant
shot
premier
shell, right?
STS shot shell. So
The beauty of the STS line is we've got a load for every trap shooter's needs. We've got it from the 1,100 feet per second low recoil all the way up to the 1,200 light handicap like you like to shoot. That's a little softer than our Nitro 27s, but if you can't find a load in the STS product line to shoot trap with, I don't know what to tell you because it's all there. It's all there.
I used to shoot 1145s for everything, and I've gotten to the 27-yard line lots of times, and then I go to the 26, 27, 26, and I swore on the 1145s. People would even look at my bag and go, how's she hitting them with 1145s?
Yeah.
But when I went to STS with Remington, Bruce Davis asked me, he said, why don't you try these 1200s? I said, too heavy for me. He said, no, go try them. So he gave me a couple boxes, and I went out there, and I don't
pretty
feel
soft.
any, they're
pretty
very soft.
especially for the velocity you're running, right?
Yes,
Yep.
so I didn't feel any recoil, so I said, okay, I can do the 1200s.
Yep.
yeah, I run STS too when I shoot trap. I'm definitely not competitive. I shoot trap for fun.
Yeah.
It's nothing. Are you shooting a 12 gauge?
Oh yeah, they're all
Yeah.
12
Oh,
and
yeah.
trap.
Okay,
Yeah.
they're all 12.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shooting a 12 gauge and you can pull the trigger 100 times and you don't get that fatigue.
You don't get beat up.
Yeah,
You sure don't.
you don't need to pick your head up off the gun for doubles. Like it's good to go.
As long as your gun fits too.
Right.
Yeah,
that's
gun's
really
gotta fit.
important.
That's the big
Yes,
key.
that's absolutely right.
What journey did you go through to make sure your gun fit you?
Well, it's custom made by Kohler.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so Jeff Mainland at Kohler made it for me, and I just picked it up, and it just fits. It's the stock is everything conformed to my body and everything, and I know if it's off, like
You can
this
tell
much,
instantly.
it's like, put it down. No, you're okay. Oh, put it down. No, you're okay. Lost. No, put it back.
Consistency is key in trap, right?
Yes.
So making sure your gun is in the same spot every time.
Every time.
is paramount.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Grand American is its own animal in terms of pressure to perform,
Yes.
in terms of community around you. So, Miss Sandra, what number of Grand American is this for you?
When it came out here the first time, it's my first Grand American. So that was
Okay.
what, 2007?
3 years
13? 7? I don't even remember.
Gosh, I can't remember now.
Yeah.
I never got to go to Vandalia.
I never
Okay.
did either. I never went to Vandalia.
Missouri, is that what?
No, Vandalia was
Before?
Ohio.
Ohio.
It was
Okay.
in Ohio.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, the first time I come here was 13, and it had already been here a little while. So
Okay.
I'm gonna say probably that 7 to 9.
Yeah.
We'll get
Seems
somebody.
like
We'll
it's about
figure it
the
out.
seven.
We'll figure it
We'll
out.
get that. We'll learn that.
Yeah. Well,
It all flies by. It all seems like
It
the
does.
same year.
It goes fast.
for those you don't know, it wasn't ours in Sparta, Illinois.
No.
But now it is.
That's good.
What is your deepest Grand American memory that you have that really like solidified your place here?
Well, I would say there's a couple. When I shot the first year, my son was with me, and a man next to me I'd never even knew. He ran his first 200 straight. So we congratulated each other, and then we left. But in the parking lot, he was walking out to his car, and I stopped. And Mike Hathaway is one of my dearest friends since then, since that day. And we shoot together for the last almost, 20 years now. Well, it'd be about 2013.
Yeah.
Since it's been going here, and then we shoot around the country and everything. So I would say that's one of my best favorite memories with my buddy. And then winning the world champion lady 2 doubles, and I won the lady 2 singles.
Wow.
And I won the lady 2 singles back-to-back 2 years in a row.
Okay, awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
With 199s. Yeah.
Wow.
That's great. Did you have to do a shoot off for any of those?
Yes.
Yes. How was your first shoot off under the lights out here?
You know, I don't even remember.
Really?
I don't know.
I feel like
I just go with it. Whatever.
just
You know,
go-
you gotta go shoot. You gotta go shoot.
I would crumble. I was talking to Bruce and Rayleigh about this. The pressure of, because everyone in camp comes and watches you.
Yeah, that's the best part. You know
Yeah.
what I say? I'm on stage.
Okay.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I tell other people that when you're gonna shoot off and they get all nervous, I said, "Hey, you get to be on stage.
Yeah.
That's
Look
right.
at all those people back there. They want to be on stage.
Right. That's true. Yeah. Maybe my brain just works that way, but like the pressure of everyone looking at me and the oohs and ahs that come from the crowd and all that stuff, that would put me under.
No.
But that's awesome.
You could be probably. I imagine she could tell you this. You'd be surprised what you can block out when it comes time and when you get
Yes.
focused, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that switch, flipping the switch off and on. Everybody don't have that.
Right.
It's tough, and that's what makes great shooters great shooters.
Right.
They can focus right in. So
Yeah.
I struggle with that too. I can sit here and focus for a few minutes, and my mind goes over here. That is not a good trait.
Well, we all do that at some point.
We do. You do. That's
yes.
right.
Like, what? Where did that tree come from out there?
Yeah,
And I've been
yeah.
shooting on this bank for the last 7 days. All of a sudden, there's a tree.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
Something's different, right?
Somebody grew a tree.
Yeah. 7 days.
In 7 days.
Yeah. That's great. I hope, you stick with Team Remington. We love having you.
Oh, thank you.
definitely.
I
So-
love being here and then just seeing everybody and coming into the building and getting a Diet Dr. Pepper each day.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. Miss
Sometimes cookies.
Sandy, and Mr. Mike take care of us good, don't they?
Yes, they do.
Yeah, they do. And so does Miss Carla. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Carla, Lord, yes, they take care of
Yes.
us good.
well, thank you so much for taking time out of your Grand American to come talk with us.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm very honored to be on Team Remington.
We're glad
I'm
to have you.
I'm blessed.
Yep.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
but
we're glad to
I
have
feel
you.
sometimes I've earned it, over all these years.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely so.
I've earned
Definitely so. 100% agree.
Absolutely. And you're, just a light to have, like at the barbecue, it's just, oh, there's Sandra Joe. Yeah.
We're gonna have a good time when Sandra Joe's around.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yep,
So,
definitely so.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, there you have
Appreciate
it,
you.
guys. Remington is on the rise. Like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to share this podcast with your hunting or shooting buddies. If you have any questions for me or Mr. Ronnie Evans or Miss Sandra Joe Jack, you can email us at podcast@remington.com. Thanks for listening. Welcome to the Remington Podcast, where we take a deep dive into all things ammunition. I'm your host, Audrey Mays, and today we are at the Grand American here in Sparta, Illinois, and I'm joined by Team Remington shooters Rayleigh Bishop
Yes.
and Bruce Davis.
Hello.
Thank you guys so much for joining me today.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
We are currently in the prelims week before the Grand American week. How are you guys doing?
Today I'm seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It's been a rough start, but getting up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've been shooting great. I mean, this is my sport. I got to know.
She's like, absolutely not.
No.
It's okay. Prelim week is exactly what it sounds like, and it's just practice for Grand Week, right? So just
Yeah.
shake it off. Move on.
It's for Bruce to show off
No.
to everybody else. That's what it's for.
We've had a few good events. She has too.
Yeah.
But
I heard caps were good.
caps were good today. Yeah.
Doubles were rough.
My doubles
For
were
me,
all right.
hers were good.
We balance each other out, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. And speaking of you guys balancing each other out, I noticed last year and coming into this year, you guys shoot together a lot.
We do.
How did you guys start doing that?
I met her at an arm wrestling championship. No,
No, okay. I was like, so she beat you. Is
she
that
did.
No. But I don't know.
We met in Missouri State Shoot. We've known each other for a while, but we squatted together in the Missouri State Shoot.
Mm-hmm. And then I think we shot together in almost every event or shoot after that last year.
So you just shot well together. So
Yeah.
you're like, and you're both Team Remington, so you might as well represent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both hit the 200 championship singles in Missouri.
That's awesome.
Then we had a shoot off, and we won't talk about that. 'Cause she won.
So we're just gonna omit that.
Yeah.
I saw him later that night, and he told me, "You're lucky I missed the one I did, because otherwise we would have still been out there." And I knew that it was very true. I was very, very lucky that day.
No.
All
Yeah.
skill.
It was a good shot.
Yeah, it's all skill. That's for sure. So how trap shooting is kind of strange. You know, it's really repetitive. It takes a lot of consistency. It takes a lot of shells. How did you guys get into trap shooting?
You go.
I started in 7th grade. My dad, I have to give him a lot of credit because he's been there from 7th grade all the way up until now for everything. And so started on the school team. When COVID hit, I went to the Kansas State shoot, and I ran 100 from the 20. And Dad got a nice paycheck, and I got a big trophy. So then I was hooked. I appreciate how that feels to be the long yarder now, because there was a 99 from the 27, and so now I understand how it feels to be on the other side. But with that first weekend at that Kansas State shoot, that felt really good, and it was a whole nother level of competitor. So that's how I was hooked.
Yeah, that jump from, were you in the open that year?
Well, I think I was in junior that year, but going from the high school SCTP level and then going to the ATA level, where kids my own age who really only shot ATA, they came back from a 47 in doubles, and they were like, gosh, I struggled. Where at that time, I came back with 47, and that was like one of my best scores yet. So to see a higher level of competition, I wanted to strive to that. So that's always wanting to do better for myself and to reach that other level that somebody else has too. So
Yeah. Opened you up to a whole new world. Yeah.
absolutely.
That's great.
She's done well at it.
How about you, Bruce?
We had a one-trap gun club when we were growing up. We just had leagues on Thursday nights, and then we'd have turkey shoots. And that's how it all started with me. And then we'd had some friends would take me around to small registered shoots. And then we really didn't get started doing more of it till about 2010. And then just each year we got a little bit better and shot a little bit more.
Gotcha.
I didn't get as good as fast as she did, but it took a little bit longer.
And you got into it as an adult. That's
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. So
Oh,
that's
really?
interesting. Yeah. That's really cool. I do want you guys to touch a little bit on, the trap community, because it's kind of a world that no one gets to like jump into, right? And unless you come to the Grand American, you don't really understand how much of a family like this is. Like we just came from the Remington barbecue where we fed the whole team Remington and all their families. And I just wanted you guys, maybe we start with you, Rayleigh. Like, what has your experience been in the trap community?
It was eye-opening how welcoming and encouraging the trap shooting and ATA has been. I go back to the first shoot I had. Just Dagan Voigtman and his dad were giving me tips on doubles. I shot well in handicap, and Sandra Jo, who had a 99, she was the first one to congratulate me and encourage me and, tell me about all the other opportunities in the sport. Because at that time, I was just going because they had a leather bag, and I didn't have a full picture of all the opportunities that I did have. So even if you beat someone who wants to win just as bad, they're gonna still encourage you when you're off the line.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Bruce. He is the funniest, most class clown person behind the line, but you know what? He wants to beat everyone when he's out on the line too. So just that sportsmanship, that had a big impact on me when I was younger.
Yeah, it really
And
drew
still
you in.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Bruce? How's your experience been in the community?
The same, but we all don't have coaches, but everybody helps everybody that they can. And a lot of people say, like the older guys, say that they don't want to quit because all their friends are here. And that's how we feel. It's just, we have friends at home, but we have more friends here. This is just a big group, a nice big group.
Yeah.
Like at the Remington dinner, there's 40 or 80 people back there. You know everybody.
Yeah.
And everyone asks how you did. And you can either tell them the truth or
you can fib a little bit.
Well, this is what I wanted to hit.
Yeah. Yeah, I myself, I'm not a trap shooter, but because I'm a part of this community through Remington, have been welcomed with open arms. It's been crazy, I stay out here in the trailer on the grounds, and I've never had to pay for a dinner because everyone just feeds everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's great. It's huge family reunion feeling here at the Grand American.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what country you're from.
No.
People come here, a lot of people come here from Brazil, a lot of people come here from Australia, to shoot in this competition. And they're treated exactly the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I did notice, too, also, people who shoot state competitions, that's the only time they see each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they're still best buds
Yeah.
afterwards. So,
Yeah.
it's great being here, and it's great, being with you guys. Here on the Remington Ammunition Podcast, obviously, we need to talk a little bit about ammunition. So, I know that some people, for the different events, there's 3 events, choose different shot shells. What do you guys usually run?
On the 16s and the doubles, I do the Remington STS Light 8s. And then on the handicap, the Remington Nitro 7.5s.
The Nitro 27, 7.5. Okay, gotcha.
I'm about the same. The only thing that I might do different is in doubles on my second shot, I hit that one with a 1200.
Gotcha.
But yep, STSs and nitros.
And so you stack your barrels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For doubles. I've heard people do that, but I've never actually talked to people who do that.
Yeah.
And so what is the thought process behind stacking your double barrels?
I don't know. The 1145, it's right there. I take it similar to I would singles, and then when I started and I was younger, I would take forever on that second shot. Like, I have kicked up dirt on the second shot. Thankfully, I don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But I think because I was slower originally, I needed to have a little more oomph. Maybe that was all mental, but I've always done that.
Oh, sure.
Just giving it a little on the extra shot, and I've always continued it, and it's treated me pretty well, so why change something that works?
Yeah, I understand that. Do you stack your doubles, Bruce?
No, I don't. I use the Light 8s on both shots.
Oh, both. Gotcha.
And there's some people even use a Nitro on the second shot. It's just what they're comfortable with.
Yeah, maybe just that mental, like, it can reach, right? Because that second target's farther away. By the time you get to it, there's not that much time in between them, It's like pull, pop, pop, but still.
Yeah.
But still. Well, that's cool. I know that you guys love shooting Remington, obviously, but I've never seen Remington, lore, as I have out here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, people are crazy. Do they treat you guys because they know that you're Team Remington? Is there any fanfare?
People are nice.
Yeah.
I think that's just in general that I think in general people treat everybody the same. It doesn't matter if you're AAA 27 and you're on a team, or if you just started, people are going to treat you well just the same. Maybe we might get more questions or asked for help more often.
True.
Possibly, but there's no special treatment for being on a team or anything. Everybody shows you respect too, so.
Yeah, definitely. Is that how you feel too, Bruce?
Yeah.
That you're just kind of treated like everybody else? Yeah. Well, let me tell you, people know you guys are.
Oh,
Like, you're kind of famous. I know that you don't want to believe that, but I come out here and talk to my friends who are trap shooters. I'm like, I'm gonna talk to Rayleigh and Bruce today, and they're like, Team Remington. I was like, yeah, Team Remington. Yeah. They're so jealous. So, don't let it be fooled. You guys are on the tippy top. So we're really proud of you guys. I want to go back a little bit to the Grand American culture, and I want to ask you guys, how was your first Grand American? If you can remember that.
My first Grand was when it was in Missouri. And I think that was probably one of my biggest blessings, because in Sparta, I love having it in Sparta because it's grand, like the Grand. It's massive. You have all these vendors. But when it was in Missouri, everybody was compressed into this really tight spot.
Yeah.
And that was my first year. So I got to meet so many different people. And so I got a lot more interaction than you might hear. So I met a lot of people. I watched the Blue Gray, and I remember seeing them sign posters and go out and shoot handicap doubles. And I remember just thinking to myself, how do I get out there? And then I found out. And that was, I think both of us you want to be the best.
Yeah.
I already wanted to be that. But then that gave me an extra initiative that, if I get to the top, then there's going to be some recognition. I get to be involved in other things. And then,
you're shooting Monday night, aren't you?
Yep.
Is that the Blue Gray?
Yep.
Yeah, the Blue
Okay.
Gray is a party.
It is? I was going to say.
The fans are back there, and
Yes.
it's fun.
Do you shoot under the lights?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
it's a kind
powder
of
targets, they're so fun to break. They're fun to watch break.
What's a powder target?
When you break them, is that what they're technically
I
called?
don't know, but
Well-
a big poof.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they're not. Are
Like
they
a
different
smoke
kinds
bomb.
of clay targets that go poof, or are you just talking about when you really nail them?
They have
No.
orange powder and then a disc that holds that in
Okay.
with the target. So when you
Yeah.
break the target, it just huge powder ball, and just under the lights too. It is crazy to see. Breaking them is a lot of fun, and I remember watching them break. That was fun too.
Yeah.
So
If you hit one, the crowd cheers.
Yeah.
And if you miss one, they go, oh.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I remember.
I hear the oh a lot.
I'm sure that's a lie, Bruce, but I remember my first Grand American was actually last year, so I don't want to sound like a veteran. But I watched the first shoot off, and Logan Henry was in it.
Yeah.
So I knew him, so that was cool. But just that atmosphere of it being like, extremely dark outside,
Yeah.
and then the lights just shining down on them. Everyone in this place is sitting on the bleachers watching people shoot.
Oh, and the golf carts.
Yes.
Lined up, like championship singles. It's like the movie Cars. Everyone drives their golf cart up, and it's another party.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like everyone's rooting for you, even if they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
And like you said, the oohs and ahs are pretty insane. I was thinking to myself, there's no way I could handle that pressure.
yeah.
I don't know if you can hear us. Can you hear us in the background going like, like he missed it?
I was in the doubles champion shoot off a couple years ago. And I don't know if I was paying attention much because it was dark by the time we started.
Yeah.
I just remember wanting to get into the next round and the next round. So I don't think I was paying attention to what was going on behind me. I think I was pretty nervous though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, watching them, it's just you get to see all of who was the best that day, and like I just think, who's it gonna be this year?
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's cool. It's cool to see all of the people who are accomplishing big things when they're out all together shooting
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. Bruce, how was your first Grand American?
I think it was 08 or 09, but it was right here. So I got off work and drove here that night, and I get out on the 200 singles, excited as can be. Shooting with strangers. I didn't really know anybody, a lot of people then, and I missed the first target out for a 199.
Oh, dang.
But, just the excitement of being here and
Yeah.
looking around and thinking how cool it is. And It can get you nervous sometimes.
Oh yeah. I don't even shoot. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I don't even shoot, and it makes me nervous.
Oh, yeah.
But because those of you guys who haven't been here, it's 3 miles
Yeah.
of trap
a lot
fields.
of traps.
Yes, it's 3 miles of trap fields. If you stand at one end, you can't even see the other end.
Yeah.
So it's intimidating. And did you get to shoot under the lights that first year
I did on a handicap shoot off.
on handicaps?
Yeah.
How was that for you?
That was fun.
Yeah.
Just
Did you feel the pressure?
just run the first box, and most of the times you can win.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the secret then, y'all. Because, like I said, the staring, everyone, like, everyone's looking at you. Like, the results. I do not mean to get you guys freaked out because I know shoot offs are coming up. But, yeah, I mean, they happen right here. So, looking forward to that. Can't wait to see you guys in shoot offs this year.
We'll see.
Maybe.
That'd be fun.
Oh, you're going to
Yeah.
make it.
Yeah.
I have faith. Team Remington all the way, y'all.
Thank
you so much for meeting with me today. It is hot out here.
It is very.
So I think that we're good to go.
Thank you and Remington for everything.
Yeah,
Yes,
absolutely.
Thank you guys.
Y'all are rock stars, so it's our pleasure. You know what I mean? So
Thank you.
yeah. Well, there you have it, guys. Remington is on the rise. Like, comment, subscribe, and be sure to share this podcast with your hunting or shooting buddies. If you have any questions for me or Rayleigh or Bruce, you can email us at podcast@remington.com. Thanks for listening.